At the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Public Works, our commitment to improving the territory's infrastructure is well underway. We work every day to ensure our roads are dependable, durable, and most importantly, safe. Phase 1 of the Queen Mary Highway Road Repairs Project is nearing completion. The contractor is currently striping the repaved sections of the roadway, including the Sunny Isles Signal Light intersection, Sunny Isles to Barron Spot, and Sunny Isles to Ricardo Richards and Sunny Acres. The remaining sections, such as Barron Spot to the Lorraine Signal Light, will be paved as part of Phase 2. Phase 1 of the Downtown Christian Center Roads Repair Project has also made significant strides. Market Street has been completely repaved, as well as the southern portion of East, Hill, and Queen Streets. Weather permitting, the northern sides and Prince Street will also be completed by August 2024. Phase 2 will include New, West, Smith, Strand, Queen Cross, and King Streets. The department currently has 2 contractors working on the 5 St. Croix Bridge projects. The Queen Mary Highway, Altona Lagoon, and East Airport Road bridges will be completed this summer. The remaining 2 bridges, Midland Road and Agriculture Road, will commence in the fall. Meanwhile, the First Avenue Drainage Project on St. Thomas is well underway and focuses on reconstructing the roadway, installing new sidewalks, and improving drainage to alleviate flooding in the community. Lastly, for the Veterans Drive Phase 2 project, the design bid documents are currently being completed with a goal to go out to bid before the year ends. The goal of the enhancement project is to create more pedestrian-friendly and resilient infrastructure. These projects serve as a reminder that, as always, DPW remains on the move.
Good day, and welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing for Monday, July 29th, 2024. I am Government House Communications Director Richard Mota for the benefit of the radio listening audience. I have with me this afternoon Vitima Director Daryl Joshin for an update on a weather system in the Atlantic with potential to impact the territory in the coming days. But before I turn over this afternoon's briefing to Director Joshin, we are 1 week away from the start of the 2024-2025 school year. As we approach the beginning of a new school year, Governor Albert Bryan Jr. extends a warm and enthusiastic welcome back to our students, parents, and the dedicated educators, faculty, and staff of our public schools. This time of year always brings a sense of renewal and excitement as it represents fresh opportunities for learning, growth, and achievement. To our students, the governor wants to remind you that each new school year is a chance to set new goals, explore new interests, and build upon the knowledge you have gained. Your education is the foundation upon which you will build your future, and he encourages you to approach this year with curiosity, determination, and a commitment to excellence. To our parents, your support and involvement are critical to the success of our students and our schools. Your encouragement, patience, and active participation in your child's education make a tremendous difference. Together, we can create a supportive and nurturing environment that fosters the academic and personal growth for our young people. To our teachers, faculty, and staff, the governor extends his deepest gratitude for your unwavering dedication and hard work. You are the backbone of our educational system, and your passion for teaching and commitment to our students' success inspires us all. Despite the challenges we face, your resilience and determination ensures that our children receive the quality education they deserve. Governor Bryan is acutely aware of the concerns and skepticism regarding the readiness of our public school facilities, but rest assured, the Department of Education continues to work diligently to address the challenges of maintaining our aged infrastructure. We are actively planning and constructing new state-of-the-art schools that will provide a modern, safe, and conducive learning environment for our students. These efforts are part of our commitment to not only meet but exceed the standards of educational excellence. And so as we embark on this new school year. Let us remain optimistic, inspired by the possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you and best wishes on behalf of Governor Bryan and Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Roach for a successful and fulfilling school year ahead. And with that, I will turn over this afternoon's briefing to Director Joshin from VITEMA. Director?
Thank you very much, Director Mota. And good afternoon, Virgin Islanders. I'm the VITEMA Director, Daryl Joshin, with an update on where we are standing in regards to our preparation activities, getting ready to, like Richard said, go into the height of hurricane season, which is pretty much from August through October. We started the year out, if you remember, from several outreach events, providing information and preparing both individuals and families on your hurricane readiness kit. So thank you for those that were involved with that. Also, we got involved with several radio stations and hosts and talking about preparation activities as we go into the season early on in May and June timeframe. Also working with our lead agencies, with the government agencies, our federal partners, which of course is FEMA, the National Weather Service, and also our local partners in establishing a Business Emergency Operations Center for our second year, which is great to have with regards to getting going our local businesses with assessing and redefining normal operations following an emergency using FEMA's Community Lifelines approach. So it's a great opportunity for us to still further excel in those activities. Now, also VITEMA, along with several other lead agencies, Department of Human Services, Department of Public Works, VI Police Department, and VI Fire EMS. So we've provided testimony on hurricane readiness to the 35th Legislature, the Committee on Homeland Security, Justice, and Public Safety, which is shared by Senator Gittens. So hopefully you had a chance to listen to that, and here we are on updates. Additionally, we participated in a very successful AD Expo last couple of weeks with Julian Henley and his group, and many agencies involved with that, so thank you for being involved with that. For hurricane preparedness, not just our seniors, but access functional needs, as well as meeting many of the agencies who provide support during and following an emergency, to include FEMA, so we appreciate their involvement in that. Now, last week, VITEMA coordinated with our Commissioner of Public Works, Commissioner Derek Gabriel, and our Fire Director, Antonio Stevens, as well as our Acting Commissioner of Police, Mario Brooks, for a sandbag distribution, which we call Blue Skies, Operation Blue Skies, for St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, for last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We got the numbers totaled in today. We had over 3,788 sandbags picked up, representing about 631 households with 6 sandbags authorized each. And we really appreciate those coming to pre-identified public works locations as well as fire locations. So this, again, is part of preparation activities going forward. So a big thank you to everybody who came out and participated, and those that helped pre-fill the sandbags from the Department of Public Works, or if you get a chance to go out there in the sand pile with a shovel and fill those sandbags up with fire, we appreciate you being part of that ahead of time. Now, the sandbags, the 6 sandbags, you can be used however you want to do, of course, but a recommended use for those sandbags is to place in front of your door to prevent that unfortunate thing called wind-driven rain from coming into your home. For any tropical cyclones that may affect your home or apartment. So any future events that may come up, we're going to have sandbag distribution. It'll be based upon a known cyclone threat to the territory, with notices going out through VITEMA's alert message. So again, this is probably the 4th year we've done this with the Blue Skies Days, and we really appreciate those that have been involved with that. We do have a little bit more activities going on with that. So if you do live on Water Island, we always want to look at Water Island also. On this Saturday, the 3rd of August, the Department of Public Works is going to bring a truck full of sand and sandbags already filled, not just a bunch of sand, but already pre-filled to the barge stop at the dock. You'll unload there and, on your golf cart, so you can put your 6 sandbags on that and take them back home ready to go. And any remaining sandbags, the Department of Public Works will take up in their truck and drop off at the community fire station up there on Water Island. Now, the last phase, and this is very important for this week, and I want to make sure I spend some time on this, our Blue Skies, Operation Blue Skies, is 29 July through 2 August. And this is very much focused on individuals with access functional needs, individuals who live at home unable to get out, unable to get their sandbags. We want you to be prepared as well as everybody else is. So we're going to have an opportunity for you to call in starting this morning as well as tomorrow being Tuesday to get your 6 sandbags. So if you're unable to get out last week because of medical conditions or you have access or functional needs, VITEMA working with the Department of Human Services, again, Fire, EMS, our ADA coordinator office, as well as our VOAD group, which are volunteers that assist during disasters. We're going to help get those sandbags to your homes. Now, today being Monday and tomorrow being Tuesday, if you'd like that home delivery, again, it's not, you don't need to come to VITEMA or Human Services or Public Works. We're going to come to you, but you have to call us and get a reservation for that. And I'll give you 2 phone numbers, one for St. Thomas and St. John District and one for St. Croix. The first one is for St. Thomas, St. John District. Please call 340-715-6935. Again, St. Thomas, St. John, 340-715-6935. Now in St. Croix, call 340-713-6825. Again, in St. Croix, 340-713-6825. From the hours of 9 a.m. to 4:30 today as well as tomorrow to get you on that all-important list to make sure you're ready to go. Now, if you were able to get out last week and pick your sandbags up, this is not a second chance to get additional sandbags, so please stick to that individual so we can get that out. It's very important we get that information brought in. We'll process that on Wednesday, identify where you live on the islands and the districts, and we'll come out on Thursday and Friday and deliver those sandbags to your home. So it's important. Obviously, we have contact with you. You give us good instructions on how to get to your home and get those to you also. Now, for some reason, if you can't get through those 2 phone numbers again, St. Thomas, St. John, 340-715-6935, or St. Croix, 340-713-6825. You can call the ADA coordinator's office at the following number, 340-998-3571. 340-998-3571. Please do this on Monday and Tuesday. Let us take Wednesday to prepare. That's some lessons learned in the past. It takes a while for us to figure out where everybody lives and break it out so we have a good delivery time frame and coordinate for Thursday and Friday. So very, very important. Now, like Director Mota mentioned, as far as threats right now in the area, you may have gotten some reports going through for tropical cyclone formation over the next couple of days. It's very interesting to watch what's happening out in the Atlantic. VITEMA, FEMA, National Weather Service in Puerto Rico, we're all monitoring what's happening out there right now through National Hurricane Center. Obviously, a lot of models are out there. But right now, there's a tropical wave, normal tropical wave, moving across the Atlantic towards the Leeward Islands and the Greater Antilles. It's called an area of disturbance over the central Atlantic Ocean. It's expected to interact with an approaching tropical wave for the next couple of days. We anticipate coming to our neck of the woods, so to speak, probably Wednesday night and Thursday, talking to National Weather Service in Puerto Rico. They're anticipating between 2 to 4 inches of rain, primarily a rain event, a little bit of wind, and there may be a little bit of maritime conditions. So the formation of something right now, today, as in Monday, for Wednesday does not seem to be very threatening to the Virgin Islands, but past the Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles area, you'll probably see some development further on as it starts going into the Caribbean aspect of that, inside that. So right now, it's a rain event for us. The official forecast for the next 48 hours is 0%, and for the next 7 days is 50%. Now, when I talked to National Weather Service again in Puerto Rico this morning, I talk to them every morning. It's important to have that information in front of us, and it may change. We'll put some information out on the VITEMA website as well as the VITEMA Facebook site, but also we want to make sure that you are informed of what's happening, and we want to encourage you to sign up for the VITEMA alert. And please, being part of being prepared, staying informed, and being vigilant is going to the VITEMA website, vitema.vi.gov, and signing up for these alerts. In English and Spanish you can choose, and of course you can choose to get them by text, by voicemail, or by email. And if you answer one of those, other 2 should not come through. So we want you to make sure that you stay involved with that and you stay abreast of what's happening, along with we can provide information to you. So again, there is a wave coming through. We are going to hide a hurricane season, but this one right now is not to be anything besides a rain event. Now following that, I'll come back next week and let you know what's happening. Also, I'll get a chance to get on some radio stations also, provide updates, but this is a season, the time to be prepared for what's happening and go forward with that. So thank you, Director Mota, for that. I'll turn it back over to you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Director Joshin. And just to reiterate to his point, it is absolutely important that residents take seriously that call to sign up for USVI. It is a very useful resource. You can get information not only just to your cell phones, but to your email or to your landlines as well, through whatever mode of communication you would like that information. And it could potentially be, as we are mentioning, life-saving information to help protect you and safeguard you, yourselves, your family, and your loved ones. Moving along, today Governor Bryan is pleased to announce that Mr. Kevin A. Williams Sr. will be permanently taking up the helm of Chief of Staff, a position recently vacated by Mr. Carl Knight. In October of 2023, Mr. Williams joined the Brian Roach administration as Governor Bryan's Chief Policy Advisor, where he oversaw all policy clusters as well as the administration's response to the water and energy crisis. Mr. Williams has had a long career serving the government of the Virgin Islands. His background includes assistant administrator for the judicial branch of the Virgin Islands before moving to the executive branch. Mr. Williams has a bachelor's degree in computer information technology from Alabama State University and a master's degree in business administration from the University of the Virgin Islands. As part of the transition, Finance Commissioner Mr. Kevin McCurdy will take over the helm as incident commander of the current state of energy emergency, effective immediately. In other news, I am excited to share some great news on behalf of Governor Bryan and Commissioner Jean-Pierre L. Oriol of the Department of Planning and Natural Resources. We have successfully secured a $69 million grant from the Climate Resilience Regional Challenge. This funding will start in October and will help make our territory more resilient to climate change and coastal hazards. This grant comes from the Biden-Harris administration's Climate Resilience Regional Challenge, which is a $575 million program. Commissioner Oriol highlighted that this grant is an incredible opportunity for the people of the Virgin Islands. It will create jobs, support community partners, and expand our territorial park system. Over the next 5 years, the Department of Planning and Natural Resources will have exciting projects to protect our territory's natural resources, and they will announce those projects in the coming months. The grant will focus on 3 main areas. First, implementing plans to improve the territory's watersheds and coastlines. The second, developing climate resilient land conservation and parks. And the third being investing in education and workforce development. Director Christina Kitty Edwards of the Division of Territorial Parks and Protected Areas under the Department of Planning and Natural Resources emphasized the importance of community involvement, noting that the success of this grant is thanks to the dedication of the territory's conservation community. Working with community organizations has been key, and we are excited to update you on these projects. The next 5 years will transform our conservation efforts, and that's a quote from Ms. Edwards, who is heading the Division of Territorial Parks and Protected Areas under the Department of Planning and Natural Resources. According to Commissioner Oriol, this grant will help DPNR hire more staff, interns, and experts, and will also allow the department to invest in educational organizations and their programs for young people. This grant will create 5 new positions within the department and 24 full-time jobs within with community partners, and provide paid training and internships for at least 100 Virgin Islanders. Governor Albert Bryan Jr. also expressed his gratitude to the Biden-Harris administration, emphasizing that this grant shows the Brian Roach administration's commitment to fighting climate change, and added that with these funds and the support of our community, we are determined to protect our islands from environmental challenges through innovative strategies and strong community involvement. The governor added that we are setting an example for climate resilience, and noted that the community can expect to hear a lot more from the administration in the coming weeks and months toward some of these efforts. As we draw to a close this afternoon, I want to take a moment to address a critical issue affecting our community, particularly for our communities on St. Croix. As you travel along the Queen Mary Highway, it's essential to slow down and pay attention to the various road signs and warnings, especially as you approach the newly constructed bridge just west of the Superior Court. These signs are not merely suggestions. They are there for a very important reason: your safety and the safety of the motoring public. We understand that the ongoing infrastructure improvements may cause some inconvenience, but these measures are necessary to address the decades-old issues that have long confronted our territory's infrastructure. Your patience and cooperation during this period are greatly appreciated. Ignoring these signs and warnings can lead to severe consequences. I want to repeat that. Ignoring these road signs and warnings can lead to severe consequences. Please drive responsibly and with full consideration of the potential impact on your life and the lives of others. Let's work together to ensure that everyone can travel safely on our roads. Thank you for your understanding and for your commitment to making our roads safer for all. Please stay safe and drive cautiously. We also have another update from the 175th Emancipation Commemoration Commission, and they will be having an activity this week. So I will go ahead and update you on that. Right now, the 175th Emancipation Commemoration Committee, in collaboration with the Department of Planning and Natural Resources, State Historic Preservation Office, and the St. Croix Friends of Denmark, will recognize the historical contributions of Anna Higard as her remains are reinterred at the family plot in the Aldersville Cemetery in Estate Orange Grove this Wednesday, July 31st at 11 a.m. This activity is by invite only, and so for individuals who want more information on this honor for Miss Higard, you are encouraged to please contact Miss Carol Burke at 340-513-7159 or Miss Denisha Emmanuel at 340-277-6075. Again, those numbers are 513-7159 or 277-6075. Now, every week we take to the podium to provide the latest updates to you all, and many of those weeks we get a lot of inquiries regarding a specific subject matter, and a lot of times we don't always have an update to provide for you on that specific subject matter, but today we do. And so I saved the last update, which is the one that I know that you all want to hear, and so I am pleased to announce today, this afternoon, that the administration is making significant progress in its commitment to returning funds to our hardworking taxpayers. And this week, the administration will be releasing approximately $5 million in income tax refunds to about 1,745 taxpayers who have filed their income tax refunds on or prior to May 19, 2022. This action reflects the Brian Roach administration's ongoing dedication to ensure that the people of the Virgin Islands receive what is rightfully theirs in a timely manner. We understand the importance of these funds to you and your families, and we are working diligently to process refunds as efficiently and as timely as possible. We appreciate your patience and cooperation throughout this process. This is just one of the many steps we are taking to support our community and enhance the financial well-being of Virgin Islands residents and Virgin Islands families. And that concludes our updates this afternoon. With that, I will open up to questions from the media, starting with Mr. Kit McAvoy from the Virgin Islands Daily News. Good afternoon, Kit.
Hey, good afternoon, Director Mota. Could you share an update on the state of emergency other than that Finance Commissioner McCurdy is taking over as incident commander? Where do we stand with the Water and Power Authority, with making payments to vendors, the Wartsillas? Pretty much just an overview.
Thank you for that question. The incident command, essentially, the last update that was produced with the bringing online of the the recommencement of the contractors from Wartsila to be able to commission the Wartsila generators is the latest information that is available from the incident command, and we will continue to provide that information as it becomes available.
And going back to the tax refunds, that was in fact going to be one of my questions. Based on the dates, are these refunds that are covering people who filed for 2021 and filed before the April deadline for that year?
Yeah, so anyone who has filed their income tax refunds on or before May 19th of 2022 will be included in this batch unless they have an issue with their income tax refund, and that issue may be anything from being under audit or having some other issue that they need to square away with the local Internal Revenue Bureau or the Federal Internal Revenue Service.
And for those people who might have an issue, are those being communicated through IRB to the taxpayers that there's some hang up or bottleneck because of a filing issue?
Yes, sir. To my understanding, yes. And for anyone who may have questions regarding that, we encourage them to reach out to the Internal Revenue Bureau here in the Virgin Islands. St. Croix, their number is 340. I know it's 1040, but I don't know the prefix for the number, so don't quote me on that. But we encourage individuals who may have questions on that to reach out to the local IRB.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kit. We have a couple of individuals joining us virtually. We'll start with Suzanne Ellis from the Virgin Islands Source.
Good afternoon. I don't have any questions today.
Suzanne, what did you say? You didn't have any questions?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It was just a little difficult hearing you. Shirley Smith, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mota. I have a question for Director Jason. Hope I'm not sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. Is he still there, Director Jason? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You said you had a question for Vitima Director Daryl Joshin?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Smith, Director Joshin, go ahead with your question, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I just wanted to ask about the status of shelters. How many shelters are available, emergency shelters are available this hurricane season on each of the islands?
I have 2 on St. John, I have 2 on St. Croix, and I have 2 on St. Thomas.
And are all these shelters equipped with a generator?
My requirement is before I can open a shelter up, it has to have a generator and it has to be activated. So yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Thank you for those
I just want
questions. I
to
am
inform you that I still am not getting the news releases from Government House. So if you can check your media release list, I would appreciate it.
We will certainly do so. I am being signaled that that is it for our questions this afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for our media partners who joined us in person and virtually, and thank you for your questions. We will see you all next Monday, same time, same place. Have a good afternoon.